I mean, same old thing for me. My whole career just come in and play with energy, make shots, and that's what I do.
But the situation has changed. You'd say that at least, right?
Yeah, just more opportunity. But my mindset is always just stay ready and stay focused, and I put in a lot of hard work, and it was a long off season for me. But
yeah.
But now I'm ready to go and help the team.
That time between the end of the 10-day and then the signing, what was that like? Like, was that uncertainty, or were you pretty certain there was going to be a spot coming back?
I was hopeful. Try to have faith, but it's a little uncertainty, a little frustration.
Yeah.
Just being a competitor, but at the same time, you always have faith that everything's going to work out. You just don't know. So I was just at home working out, staying ready, and I'm glad everything worked out.
Until today, when Nick talked about you kept referring back to that first flash. It was 10 points in a quarter, the first time through. And tonight he was talking about your defense. That's got to feel good. Like he's seen both ends.
Yeah. Yeah, as a shooter, you don't really get the, not from coach, but just around the league, respect of being a solid defender just because you can shoot. So I take pride in my defense, and I'm not saying I'm Tony Allen or anything like that, but I try hard and try to do the best I can.
Jodie, it's got to be easier for you as a veteran player to fit in with the veteran guys out on the floor. People like Marc Gasol and like Kyle and that group. Like you seem to be very, very comfortable out there in just kind of the free flow of just playing the game.
Yeah, my whole thing is just try to slow everything down, and I played 500 some odd games, so try to slow myself down, don't try to do too much, and guys like Kyle, Mark, Pascal when he's playing, they make it easier for me just to get in the right spot and knock down shots.
You seem to take advantage of opportunities. I mean, they know you're a shooter. You make one, they start running you off the line. You get inside for your floater. Again, that's just reading the game.
Yeah, just reading the game. Every game is different. Some games I might not hit a three, but I can still score in a variety of ways. So I take pride also in just not just becoming a spot-up shooter, and try to have a complete game and help my team any way I can.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you. You were out there tonight. That second quarter, man, the ball was really
yeah, that's always contagious. When one guy moves the ball, everybody wants to make the extra pass, and we let our defense create offense tonight in the second quarter, and then got going and got the lead up.
Let's say familiar combinations happening out there. How does that happen with you guys?
It's just, we've been preaching that. We've been trying to do a little bit more of that second half of the season, and the last few games have been great. Turnovers were 11, so back down to where we want them. 34 assists, 11 turnovers. And this time of year, that's what we're preaching, is keep moving that thing, and it'll find the right guy, and the right guy, get the shot. So passing up good for great sometimes, and especially with guys out, that's an easy way to fix some of the plays and the lineups, and it's not always going to be perfect, but as long as you share it, we like our chances.
You guys have some guys that really, it seems like, really understand how to play. Like Jodie Meeks is a veteran. They run him off the line. He gets inside, under control, floats it up. Serge and Mark working well together. You guys work, like I said, different combinations, doing the right things. How's that accomplished with lack of practice time?
Like you said, it just speaks to those guys as individuals. Mark, Jodie, even Serge tonight at the 4. He hasn't played the 4 all year. To give the guys that's been going back and forth to 905 some credit for being able to, some of those guys got in at 5 a.m. Jordan Lloyd got here right before tip-off. Give those guys a ton of credit, doing things that you wouldn't ask anybody to do, and just coming in the game and being able to compete at a high level. I thought everybody for the most part came in and is buying into what we're trying to do as a team, and as long as we do that and play for each other, we'll be all right.
I know the playoffs are a different intensity. Do you duplicate any of that in game 75?
Yeah, you try to. I think you try to just play a way that kind of transcends everything. And it's not always going to be perfect. You might not always make 47% of your threes, but if you get those same shots, you can live with that. If you might not always get 34 assists, but you can live with 10, 11 turnovers, and just continue to do the same things that contribute to winning, and you'll be able to live with it.
Hasn't happened a lot without Pascal in the lineup, but it's kind of weird up there without him.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. The throw aheads, the energy, just the one-on-one to bail out. So he was awkward all day. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know when to come out, when to sit down. He just looked weird. You know, he didn't know how to rest. He didn't know how to sit down. And you know, hopefully we won't see too much more of that. But the guy deserves it and he needs it. And as long as we have him feeling good going into playoffs, you know, that's all we worry about.
When you don't have Kawhi, how are you guys different offensively?
I think it's just more about committee. I think Kawhi's a guy who can just bail you out with his, you know, individual one-on-one skills. I think we use him as a primary scorer and put him in a lot of ball screens and pin down actions just to get a bucket by itself. And when he's not there, I think that it's just more opportunity for everybody else. And obviously we lean on him a lot in the fourth, and so, you know, it's gotta find a way. That's about, you know, 15 to however many shots a game that need to spread around, and we've done a good job of just spacing and guys stepping up and making plays.
How would you describe the learning curve of working Marc into things?
There's been no curve for me or him. I don't think it's just weird that, you know, he stepped in day one and he was right on point. And obviously you learn sets and schemes and stuff like that as time goes on, coverages and names of things, but he doesn't need a learning curve, and he stepped in from day one and was able to adjust to pretty much everything that we did. So that just speaks to his basketball IQ.
When a great player and a really important player sits out, you know, somebody else, you know, has to pick up those shots, that defensive intensity, and it's. I mean, we're all NBA players, and we all work together. Obviously, you know, Kawhi is a very talented, unique NBA player, but at the end of the day,
Do you need to see those three balls falling for you? Like, is that like I know it's
not really,
no.
not really. To me, it's a matter of taking them, taking them with rhythm. You know, just getting in good rhythm, shooting them. Understanding, you know, who the next guy next to me is, reading that spacing, being in the position to take him. I don't, you know, I need to take him to make him.
Nick said the other night he felt like if the playoffs started today, you guys were ready. Is that how it feels in the locker room right now?
Yeah, but you know, I'm personally, I'm gonna still use, you know, every second, a minute out there, every play, every possession. To get better for myself and for the team. So, you know, I don't mind having more games.
What has this been like for you, making this change and fitting in? Has it taken more time than you thought, or less time?
You know, I never thought this would be the case. I never imagined this, but you know, once it happens, you embrace it, and you put everything you got in it. You know, you try not to chew too much at a time, and just, you know, keep chipping, and things, you know, it always works out if you come in with the right mindset and you make the right plays on both ends of the floor. If you play unselfish on both ends of the floor, you know, it normally works out. Yeah.
People have said just because of the way Kawhi plays and the way he's comfortable and excels, that when he's not there, you know, the ball moves more, a little bit more democratic. Is it hard to shift gears between one style and another?
No, it's like playing with one unit and another. You know, you play to your best player talent, and you adapt to that, and it's simple. I mean, the spacing might be a little different. The ball has to move a little different. But obviously, with a player of the talent Kawhi, you know, you like having him.
Sure. Do you like where you guys sit? Probably number two, maybe. I don't know if you.
Irrelevant to me. Irrelevant, to be honest.
Okay. So whoever you get in the first round.
It's more about us. I think, you know, always in the playoffs. You know, at this point, it's about first and most important is being healthy. You know, that's number one priority going into the playoffs. Number two, it's you know, having that, you know, trust in one another, that we're going to do the right thing on both ends of the floor, and we're going to communicate. We're going to grow from game one to game two to game three, and evolving as a team and pick at the right time. It's, it's a matter of continuing to grow and having that mindset.
What stands out for you in Nick's style in the time you've been around him?
He gives guys freedom within the context of the team. He promotes unselfishness. He's real detailed defensively, and certain things that he, really wants to see out there, and you must do, especially defensively, that I really like. And offensively, he promotes that unselfish, move the ball, spacing, certain spots you're gonna be on the floor, but once you have the ball, he really respects the guys' reads and decision making from everyone.
Marc Gasol was good and got the three ball rolling a little bit, which was nice to see. I thought Serge had a great game back in the starting lineup. Jodie Meeks was a big plus, I thought, and mostly I know he going out there and put up 15 points, but I noticed some really good defense tonight. He's got good feet and keeps his chest in front of people. And Fred obviously had a big-time game too.
You had to be happy with the decision-making and the ball movement. Again, you pierced the ceiling of 30 assists, and it 30, yeah.
Yeah, and it is noticeable, right? You come out and you a little bit of a sluggish start, but second and third quarters, it was like you could see that thing get passed 5 times, like boom, 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 without anybody thinking about dribbling it. And a lot of good things happen when you start your offensive possessions that way.
Was it more about getting Ibaka back in the starting lineup or getting Pascal the rest?
Well, we definitely wanted to give Pascal some rest, right? And it just, with the way things have turned with Kawhi not here and OG out, it just, I don't know. We had to start really small. I know that's not a big deal anymore in this day and age, and we play pretty small a lot anyway, but just a good opportunity to get Serge back in there, and he responded well.
Was that a scare with Fred towards the end there in the fourth? He came down in front of the Chicago bench and came off really slow.
Nope.
No.
I thought a little scared with Serge there late when he went to the basket and got that and one, but not really.